In the past, dating was used to assess a person's suitability as a prospective spouse. These days, it's commonplace to go out and have free meals and casual hookups with other men. Given the extreme lack of any long-term prospects in the current modern dating scene, I have fully given up on the dating scene. The majority of good men spend the entire day at work while carrying out their tasks as usual under extreme stress. The last thing they want is to come home and have to fight with and walk on eggshells around their woman. We deal with our bosses, our co-workers, and our clients' demands all day, only to come home to a woman who wants to wear the pants and be the boss too. That's the big problem. Men can't be in control of their homes without coming off as controlling, demeaning, or worse, abusive. Add the idea of a no-fault divorce and it's a hopeless cause. Women's lives are like movies in many ways. All focus is on them. Everyone else is just a supporting cast member playing the parts they wish to play, while they are the star. The woman tries to find another actor to play the part if the guy in question doesn't fit the part she has in mind for him. In other words, it doesn't matter about the guy, the script alone. Whoever can portray Ken most convincingly wins. If her life takes an unfortunate turn, she will retell the circumstances as if they were part of a screenplay she had no input into and was simply following, rendering her completely blameless because the main protagonist cannot also be the antagonist. Today's women are arrogant, prideful, and have a notch count that even they don't remember. Despite having 3 or more children, being deeply in debt, and reaching their breaking point, they still lecture us about what a catch they are. Most are bi or poly, and they have so many dating profiles that they can no longer keep up. They have a variety of illnesses, but the moment a man displays vulnerability, they yell that he is flawed and unfixable. Guys, these women are the result of a culture that gave them excessive power, encouraged their promiscuity, and showed them no compassion or accountability. Stay alone, avoid dating, and simply enjoy your independence. If a woman rejects you because she believes you don't earn enough money, you can easily infer from that once she would grow tired of you, she would have wanted to steal half of it. The best way I've heard to sum up the past 16 years is as limitless entitlement. I can't say if it has always been this way, but that is unquestionably what I have often observed. Do not let society humiliate you for speaking out against it. It is obvious that men need higher standards if being attractive and kind is the recognized norm. Morals and values, ladies and gentlemen. And this is absolutely true when it comes to the situation with moms who are single. Rarely does a single woman end up raising her child by herself because she dated wonderful men who she put in her friend zone. She turns into one because she was chasing after Chad, the evil lad. That is as straightforward as it gets. In average, American women and women in the West are more entitled and selfish than women in other areas of the world. They are also generally fatter, lazier, and less feminine. French women tend to be better than English women in terms of avoiding obesity, but they have a lot of the attitude too. At least with women from other countries, you get what you see and vice versa. You have your role and she has hers. In America, you still have to do your male role, but expecting the woman to do anything or contribute or support you in any way is somehow toxic. No thanks. This, in my opinion, is true for all contemporary women, not just American women. In essence, what women want now is all the advantages of having a dad without having to put anything out after hundreds of years of womanism. I overheard a young woman in her 20s remark that she doesn't want a sugar daddy. Instead, she wants a man who will pay for everything, including plastic surgery, getting her hair done, eyebrows drawn, and nails painted. This will allow her to be a terrible bitch without having to provide the sugar. The issue with women is that after all these years of women's empowerment, this is where they have arrived. No one is pressuring them. For them, receiving everything without doing any work at all is the most empowering thing. Another problem with modern women is that they claim they can cook, they can clean, they are funny, they are intelligent, and yet they don't understand why they are single. But in the end, it's their attitude and narcissism that are the big red flags. Like, if you can't take criticism, if you can't self-reflect, if you think you are always right, then no, I am not going to deal with you. I already have to deal with a lot of problems every day. I don't want another problem creator at home. Basically, you win if you're a man. Your ex broke up with you a few years ago, and she is now over 35 and single. You can keep going as a guy when you are 35 and develop your potential. Her drinking, smoking, and body count are just taking their toll on her physically and mentally, making her lonelier and sadder with each passing year. She is also developing crow's feet. Modern American women, particularly those in the major cities, don't give a damn about guys. They only care about themselves. In today's society, men are better off remaining single. You have more money, you have more time, you can do what you want, how, and when you want. And keep in mind that when you sign that marriage license, she now has a legal document to take to the courts. Another truth is this: too many women lack a clear understanding of what they really want. They are aware that they are the prize, and they want to see men apply by winning them over. They envision an animal kingdom where a lovely female bird ultimately consents to the dancing male bird performing his act. He will adore her if he dances enough, and she could agree. I have overheard women who are single talking incomprehensibly about their dates with fresh males. The others immediately begin coaching her on what he needs to bring her and what she should expect. They list what minimum demands she needs to hold out for. That is a problem. They are not understanding this cannot be the way the world works in this century. I heard a story about a woman who was scorned by someone for showing up to their first in-person meeting with just one red rose. The woman was an older divorcee. She was furious for days after. They had reportedly been talking about potential matches online for months. He was an older divorced man, so they might make a compatible couple. I was astonished that anyone would offer flowers, but perhaps it was customary for people in their age bracket. Regarding it, she was absolutely sneering at the younger women. As a bouquet of roses is the apparent gift he should have given, he was essentially telling her that she was only worth 1/12 of what he thought she was worth. To my mind, that was only poisoning the minds of the younger single ladies listening. Far too many women are still utterly stuck on the idea, the false premise, the persistent belief that they are the object of desire and the applicant man ought to dance and sing to try and woo her approval. This cannot work in this century. It cannot. With so much emotional baggage, tacky tattoos that seem to have meaning, desires for a good home and performance car, and frequent travel, women aren't putting in the effort and have come to believe that they are entitled to the best man imaginable. Even worse is the fact that these women earn more than most men their age due to affirmative action and favorable hiring practices as well as greater education. Men are only doing the absolute bare minimum and utilizing their free time to pursue real happiness alone. Men not approaching women anymore, not even trying, and not indulging in dating, is like a salesperson that has become disillusioned or unmotivated. If you wanted to, you could make much more sales than you do. But the company has set the bar so high that you know that you, and almost everyone you work with, aren't going to reach it. You know how good you are and what you can accomplish if you really push yourself. But when you look at the bonus and how much work it will require, you just know that there is no way you are going to meet that goal. Many companies do this, and I believe it is detrimental, but that is a different conversation. Thanks for watching The Circle of Kings. As always, we're looking forward to your support. So please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with everything all kings like yourself need to know.